We are in the last week until we move over to the new game. And I don't know, it's a bit surreal, to be honest with you, because I think it was like something that I felt last year too, like the final home stretch. Like, this is the last show before Mania. And to me, that is mental. But no, I'm very happy with how this all has played out. And, well, yeah. I'm very happy about it. I think I've made something of this season. I'm proud of it. And, yeah. Very happy. Very happy. But now we press on. We press on. So, yes, we smash this. Alrighty. Yeah, should be a good card. There's a little bit more of a better match card than a better story-driven card, because a lot of the story beats were done last episode, but you got to build the other matches. There's been various matches confirmed for Mania, so let's confirm the rest, shall we? Let's do this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW One Night Stand. Coming to you live from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City.
Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Chosen One, Jay Phillips.
As Jai Phillips, accompanied with Liam Rogers, coming into the Hammerstein Ballroom to try to see if he can try to put away Ethan King once and for all. Again, coming out, Jai Phillips primarily, as many people still have hope the Australian Underground will be proper, will officially brand. Still, there's been no payoff on that end. But Jai more focused than ever. He's taken down the Hydra, but now he just has to sever the other two heads, and those heads are Ethan and Wade King. But the Chosen One has gone through other odds before and walked out. He's walked out of hell and continued to still breathe. Can he do the same tonight? Only days, only minutes, only hours away from WrestleMania. Jai Phillips ready. The fans already starting their booing, and there he is. Of course, that tag team title around his waist. Ethan King. Of course, the man that joins him, the muscle of the group, Wade King, right there. Both men seamlessly ready. As ready as they'll ever be.
Wade King, representing the United Kingdom from Jackson, Mississippi, weighing in at 215 pounds, one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions, Ethan King.
Ethan King being very much in a similar position that he was last year coming into Mania. Quite literally untouchable. These two again walk into a WrestleMania as champions. Of course, last year Ethan had the television championship. Wade King had the hardcore championship. Well, let's stop living in the past. Let's talk about our present. Jai Phillips and Ethan King. One night stand kicking off officially right here. And Jai Phillips immediately jumping in, trying to get the power bomb. And he does. Gotta try to take him down quick and as powerful as possible. A nice springboard right there as the referee getting involved with a kick out at 1. A former ECW champion in Jai Phillips. A former hardcore and television champion in Ethan King. As we see multiple different title reigns, even surrounding the ring, of course, Wade King, tag team and hardcore championship. Liam Rogers, ECW champion, television champion. There's a lot of power in this arena right now. As we see Ethan King getting involved, throwing Jai into the ropes, drop down. And then immediately throwing him around, using the athletic background and then something. See Wade King earlier just getting up on the apron. We're safe to probably assume that he took the barricade off, and now using the Liam's training against Phillips, using that drive-by. Now middle rope, going into the top and then planting. But then a kip up from Jai and a twist right there. A trouble in paradise, practically. And stiff right from Ethan sends him back down. And there we go. We can confirm our suspicions. The padding on the turnbuckle now removed as the sledgehammer getting put in to the back of Jai Phillips' legs. As he tries to stand himself back up on the apron. Wade King bringing in a chair. A drop kick will send Jai to the outside. But wanting to continue that punishment with that sledgehammer, Jai able to get out of harm's way, but not on that strike to the midsection, and a second one. Try to go for a third. But Jai wrestling the sledgehammer off of him. Try to go for a rolling, but now a Blue Thunder bomb to the outside concrete. Jai Phillips could very much be in some trouble here. For the entire year, Jai has taken hard shots over hard shots. You can only think about how long this can go until his body gives way. Hurricane Rana after the failed Swanton bomb off the top. Now we'll throw Jai's body back into the ring. Now trying to just avoid his maneuver, but Ethan King not having it. Possibly trying to go for it, and he gets it! Try to go for it the first time, gets it in. The Full Metal Jacket, FMJ, but a kick out at 2 from the Chosen One. Now shot straight into the midsection, and now Liam evening the playing field. Try to go for that chair shot, but it tried to go for another rolling discus clothesline. And now using the exposed turnbuckle. If you want to play dirty, I'll play dirty too. jumped over, but only just missed Ethan. And now Ethan will answer with a springboard DDT. Now Jai up to his feet, and now both men going blow for blow here. Center of the ring in front of New York City. Hammerstein Ballroom, one of the most iconic places in wrestling history. Getting these two simply trying to beat the absolute piss off one another. Now Jai throwing Ethan into the ropes, drop down, leapfrog, and straight hit into the midsection. And now capitalizing, roll through and a rainmaker that would make Okada blush. Cover, but a kick out at one. Now, what is Jai Phillips thinking? But now Ethan countering, and now looking, kill switch engaged. And again, not wanting to go for the pin, wanting to go for the chair to continue the brutality. But now being thrown into that exposed turnbuckle. And now Wade trying to yell down on Jai Phillips. Jai Phillips, of course, you can see blood dripping from his scalp. Will give enough time for Ethan to go to the outside and catch some fresh air. Now toying with him. Jai gets out of the ring. Ethan gets into the ring. Try to go for that chair shot, but only gets it onto the apron now. It's the referee trying to talk some sense into Liam, who's noticeably angry at the King's antics. But Jai now, steel chair now being dented by the skull of Ethan King. And now the knee, just trying to bust Ethan King open, trying to bleed him crimson. Jai thrown across the outside area. Both men on the outside, and a ladder's been brought in and thrown into the skull of Jai Phillips. And now will he look for it a second time? Ethan King looking for a moonsault, but doesn't catch it. But now has him up, but Jai able to squeak away. Now pulling Ethan King back into place, but Ethan has other plans with Jai reversing, getting back to his feet, throwing Ethan across the outside area. Now the clothesline from Ethan King. Now Ethan King, kick to the back. Constantly targeting the shoulders of Jai Phillips, but look at this, Jai Phillips! Harbor Bridge connects! And now throwing Ethan back into the ring. Is Jai looking to finish this? Getting up, and now the kick straight there, middle of the ring. And now going for the cover. But a kick out at two. Ethan King still here. The fans are on their feet. They are alive for this match that only has had a handful of minutes, but it's the first match of this show, and it's already going. Is now Ethan King looking for submission, but resulted in some power instead. And now throwing him into the ropes, try to go for a full metal jacket. And does he possibly throw it again? But no, getting thrown into the official. Now thrown into the exposed turnbuckle once again. Extreme Rules. What do you expect? And now Liam Rogers arguing with his former pupil. Jai taking that time to get back to his feet, but he is in the corner. And he gets it right there for the Full Metal Jacket. Cover. And he gets the victory over Jai Phillips. It was a very clean effort, but it just wasn't enough. Very, very solid effort here by Jai Phillips. But the more he went on in this match, the more he slowed down. The more it showed like he was in pain. But right here, here we go. And then Harbour Bridge right there. That's where we all thought that this was going to be the end. But it was right here instead.
Here is your winner, Ethan King.
Congratulations as the reign of the Kings continue. Their reign of terror presses forward. And who saw this coming? Come on, who the hell saw this coming? Are we even that surprised? Ethan, you won the fucking match. This is all the Kings have wanted. This is all the Kings have wanted to do. Is just lay torment to Jai Phillips and Liam Rogers. Kendo stick to the face of Jai Phillips and breaking across the back of Liam Rogers. We're literally hours away from WrestleMania, and yet this is still going on. And now, right there, Jesus Christ. This needs to stop. Someone get security out here. Someone make this stop now. Now that the four of those men are out of the way, now we get to women's competition, and an interesting one at that. Last year at WrestleMania, this woman lost her match and got fired from it, returned at the Rumble, and is now signed a contract for one match. And it's right here. Blair Davenport officially steps back into an ECW ring. As we know, Blair Davenport took on Jade Cargill last year at WrestleMania. The feud that they had together. Blair helping Jade Cargill win the women's championship, turning on her, believing it belonged to her. And it eventually all spilled out to be this. So can Blair Davenport pick up a victory in an ECW ring one more time? Let's find out. And it seems that she has her opponent, the Twisted One, Miss Tatum Paxley.
From Dallas, Texas,
Tatum Paxley, haven't seen a lot of her this year. But can she get a victory over a woman that isn't even on the roster? Let's see. Tatum Paxley, very unhinged, very unpredictable. Let's see how this match unfolds. This isn't the only other women's match on this card. We have one later down the line involving the women's champion. But let's see how Blair Davenport takes on Tatum Paxley. Second show. It's like a match of this show. And immediately Hurricane Rana from Blair Davenport. You forget that Blair Davenport, for a women's wrestler, quite big, quite very agile, very much reminding you of one Rhea Ripley. But Tatum Paxley is not one to be taken for granted. The dark horse when it came to the Money in the Bank briefcase match earlier this year. But Blair Davenport, the triple clotheslines. And now getting some chip damage in, attacking the right hand of Tatum Paxley. And now a kick to the face. If you didn't know, Blair Davenport, one of the most aggravated wrestlers in the last 3 years. He lets her fists do the talking, and those fists are influenced by her emotion. And now Tatum Paxley trying to get a lock in from behind, but now Blair Davenport taking control very, very quickly. But Paxley getting back up to her feet, but still the headlock is locked in. Blair Davenport still in control, but look at this. Paxley tripping out. Davenport trying to take advantage. But Davenport, raw power. Reverse DDT. And now the cover. The fans booing Davenport out of the building. They do not forget what happened last year. Now into the ropes. Drop down by Davenport. Try to go for a kick and trip up. But Davenport has her moment now. Into the ropes, leapfrog. And now answering neck breaker, spinning neck breaker. Well executed by Paxley, but now Davenport onto her feet. Both women going blow for blows, countering each other's offense. But a Russian leg sweep from Paxley. Is there any ring rust in Blair Davenport? Has she competed since her departure from ECW? We do not know. But it seems these two are going to face off in a striking contest of mass proportion. And Tate and Paxley's telling Davenport to bring it. And Davenport's doing the same. And now the stiff rights from both women, fighting for supremacy inside this moment. Who's going to come out on top? Both women getting some distance from one another, and Davenport taking it. Reversal from Blair. A reversal from Paxley. Paxley now side kick. And now Paxley measuring. But Davenport. Now the arm locked in, but look at Tate and Paxley. Very much again putting on a good show here for everyone to see. Reversals galore right now inside of New York City. Leapfrog from Paxley, drop down, drop kick, but Blair Davenport countering it, pushing it off to the side, throwing her over the top rope. Trying to say this is light work, but Paxley immediately back up, trying to get back into the ring, kicking her in, and now a neck breaker, well executed. Cover from Paxley. But a kick out at one. Of course, if we're talking women's competitions, we can't forget the main event of WrestleMania 2, Night 1. Maya Rogers, Roxanne Perez for the Women's Championship. We might get more news later tonight about that. Springboard drop kick, well executed by Paxley. And Paxley will head to the top rope. Calling for Davenport to get on her feet. Drop kick again. Trying to just get as much damage on Davenport as humanly possible. And now just twisting the arm practically out of its socket. Top rope once again, Davenport throwing caution into the ring. And now standing Falcon Arrow. Could this be it for Davenport once again, and a kick out at 2 from Davenport? Almost had it. Now Davenport trying to twist this momentum, but Davenport not having it. Could this be lights out? And it is. Showing that Davenport doesn't indeed belong here anymore. No matter how hard she tries to come back, and look who's out here. The woman who sent her packing. And the face-off between these two old friends. Wow. And here we go now for time for an interesting one. A triple threat match, and this does indeed give the winner a very, very good reward if they're able to come out on top. But first, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Styles.
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match. Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
This match will determine who is coming out last in the Money in the Bank, my apologies, the King of the Ring Gauntlet. As we know, King of the Ring in ECW moved towards a gauntlet match that happens at WrestleMania. The winner of this triple threat guaranteed to go and come out last. This is quite literally, this is the same deal as coming out number 30 in the Royal Rumble. This could possibly solidify your chance of becoming King of the Ring. We got AJ Styles and the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth frickin' Rollins. Former ECW champion.
And his opponents, first from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
Seth looking to try to fast track his way to the ECW Championship. As we all know, the winner of the King of the Ring gets them shot at the ECW Championship after the draft. And it seems that Seth is ready to do whatever he can to get back to that position. Now, who is left? It seems Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, the cleaner, being the third and final. This is a star-studded match. Three of arguably the best wrestlers in the world. So let's see how they all fare in the same ring with one another. Kenny. On paper, Kenny Omega, the favorite. But can AJ Styles and Seth Rollins show otherwise? Here we go. Bell has officially rung. We're off to a solid start here. AJ Styles, both former leaders of Bullet Club. But Jesus Christ. Off to a solid start. Back body drop from AJ Styles to Seth Rollins. Now all three men just taking the brunt and now slammed onto the chair. But Kenny Omega is seamlessly not phased. And now being thrown into one another. Now Seth getting the blunt. Both men getting the brunt of that drop kick from AJ Styles, and Hurricane Rana now from Kenny Omega. Seth Rollins now getting in amongst, throwing Kenny away to try to focus on Styles. Got to have eyes in the back of your head in any triple threat match. But now look at this, Seth and Kenny trying to work together against Styles, but Styles not having any of it. Styles heading back into the ring. Now the steel chair. Now Styles up and brain buster. Kenny just getting some distance between all of them. Trying to do whatever they can to solidify that spot. Kenny now top rope. But now Styles, look at that. Hitting him from behind, stopping him. And power bomb by Kenny Omega. Jesus Christ. These three have been giving it their all this match. Jesus. Not letting go anytime soon. No one's been putting in finishes. Seth Rollins with the kick. But now Seth looking to set up that table, but stopped. But now look at this, AJ Styles now as Seth laying on that ladder. Kenny just waiting for him to get back off it so he can continue adding some punishment. But AJ stopping them in their tracks. Hoisted up and hoisted down just as quickly. Now Styles very much in control of this match. Pele kick. Not letting either two breathe as Kenny was bringing out that kendo stick. Styles stopping his tracks, and again a package pile driver. Seth now back and throwing him into the ring post. And now Kenny trying to gear Styles up, but Styles attacked by Seth, and now a V-trigger. Didn't quite keep Seth down. Seth now thrown across the outside area. Again, just Kenny trying to show that he is ready. Of course, Kenny Omega, a former ECW champion as well. The only person in this match to not hold the championship is AJ Styles. AJ Styles going for a calf crusher on Seth Rollins. Will not count though. But wearing down the leg, possibly to wear down his stomps. Elbow drop. Seth now with Kenny, but Kenny breaking away. And now slapping the back of AJ Styles. AJ Styles stopping him, and now Seth Rollins will get back into attacking Omega. Sledgehammer now in play. And thrown into the back of Seth Rollins. And now a little bit of Bullet Club there, saying back the hell off. But now the trash can being thrown into the other two. Thrown again. The amount of stuff that they have out there that they're tripping on, it is crazy. Now Kenny laying across next to that ladder. So we see Styles back into the ring now. Quickly back out, realizing he's got to bring someone with him in order to try to get this match over and done with. Seth now trying to compose himself. Neck breaker to Kenny Omega. And now hoisted up. Just be planted onto the knee. Thrown face first into the ladder. Seth Rollins kicks to the face. Again, just being thrown into the steel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. German suplex by Seth Rollins. Now Kenny being put across that ladder. Seth Rollins trying to get a shot on him, but did not amount to anything. Now Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Neck breaker by the two of them. And now he's face first into the ladder. These men have been going for quite some time. And face first onto the ladder. And he is now crimson. Jesus Christ, these three are not letting up. They know how much this means to them. Kenny now back onto that ladder. Seth now. But Styles throwing Seth back into the ring. Kenny now back on his feet. And now straight back down with that kendo stick shot. And now Seth Rollins, AJ Styles in the middle of the ring. Back into the ring for the first time in a while in this match, but Styles being thrown out quickly. Kenny Omega is now heading the top rope. But Anthony's back. Kendo stick thrown into the back of Kenny Omega. Power bomb position right there. All three men back inside the ring. German suplex cover by Styles. But a kick at it too. And now Kenny might be in danger here. Styles clash! But Seth Rollins with the clothesline to take Styles a little bit further away from Omega. Seth looking to try to capitalize. Diving crossbody. Cover from Seth Rollins, but Styles there. He's not getting off on Styles' work, but Seth able to counter. Now kicking around him now. The steel table being in use. Seth Rollins. Kenny has his sights set on him, or could it be the other way around? Thrown onto the ladder. His sights will now focus on AJ Styles with a back body drop on the apron. Kenny saying, what more do you want from me? And now, suplex number 1, suplex number 2, and a third times the charm. We're certainly thinking that Styles very much out of commission, out of this match, but somehow he's still standing. Going back into the ring, looking for that kendo stick. Seth Rollins now with that reversal. It might get quickly met with a kendo stick shot as he stares down both men. Kendo stick shot again, cracking on Seth Rollins. And now we see Kenny Omega cross-face to Styles, bending him backwards. But Styles breaking away. Thrown across the outside area. And now Seth back of the neck with that stiff forearm. And now still right there in Seth's hand, but Styles not having it. Continuously throwing each other across the outside, trying to just get away from one to focus on the other. And now Kenny, top rope, looking at Seth, but look at this, Styles throwing him down. Both of these two, there we go, sling blade by Kenny. Cover to try to make his way into the final position of the King of the Ring tournament, and he gets it! Kenny Omega one step closer to the ECW Championship. How about that? A brutal match for one night stand standards. Using practically everything around them. And the Styles clash here to Kenny. But right here, Seth taking advantage of it. But it was just enough to put it away for good.
Here is your winner, Kenny Omega.
Congratulations, Kenny Omega. We'll see him in the final spot of the gauntlet in results. Seth and AJ will be starting the gauntlet. Who else is in the gauntlet? We do not yet know. We will find that out at WrestleMania. And here we go, as addressed, the Hardcore Champion will address everyone here in attendance. We have no idea what this is going to be about. Drew saying he wants to make it short and he wants to make it sweet. He has been challenged by so many in the Drew McIntyre Open Challenge, and he has put them all down. So that he said at WrestleMania he is going to choose that 3 people will challenge him. A 3-man open challenge for his Hardcore Championship. And he will win. Jesus Christ! Just when you thought that this was done. The Kings and the Australians fighting out in the parking lot. Jesus Christ, but it seems that this match is not done between any of these guys. Jesus Christ. Neither of these four men are stopping in their pursuit of just beating each other up. Far out. We're cutting back to our live feed here. Women's Championship being represented here. Roxanne Perez.
Making her way to the ring, representing Demolition from Laredo, Texas, the ECW Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez coming in for a match before her main event against Maya Rogers. And this is something interesting and something that PW Insider and Wrestle Talk have pointed out recently, is that ever since the Royal Rumble, we have not seen one Cora Jade. Cora Jade, the other member, the third member of Demolition, has not been seen, and normally that wouldn't be much of it, wouldn't want to get involved. But the fact that she is Ms. Money in the Bank, she's holding that briefcase so that Roxanne can't get cashed in on. Cora hasn't been seen at an ECW event since Royal Rumble, but right now, the former ECW Women's Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland,
Lyra Valkyria trying to show the ECW executives that she is worth keeping after the WrestleMania season, that she is worth redrafting. Only time will tell. Let's see if she does indeed have what it takes to hang with the very woman she beat for that title. There you go, Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria. And we're officially off, and Roxanne Perez wasting no time. Just trying to get at it, but Lyra now putting up a decent amount of fight, cross-body off the springboard. Jesus Christ. Again, Lyra showing that she deserves to stay. But will Roxanne Perez let her keep going this way? I don't think so. Jesus. And now Roxanne. Jesus, with the kendo stick across the body. Lyra Valkyria wasting no expense. But Roxanne taking advantage. Roxanne Perez taking control of the leg. And now we'll go digging underneath the ring. Trash can. Face first, but no, Lyra able to counter. The fans chanting they want tables. Will they get any? We do not yet know. Jesus. Lyra now back in the ring. Now going for a cover. A kick out at 1. But Roxanne. Lyra able to counter. Showing that she is indeed a former champion and deserves to get treated as one. But Roxanne. Not to be taken lightly. And look at this. Pop rocks! Cover! But a kick out. Kendo stick almost to the back, but able to get out of harm's way twice now. And now a roll-up pin from Lyra with the bridge as well. But now Lyra power slam. And look at the reversal from Perez into a power bomb. Cover. But a kick out was not yet enough to put her away. But Lyra still not giving up. Valkyria measuring. Crossbody attempt, but Roxanne sidesteps out of the way. Stiff right will send him down Valkyria. Cover, but a kick out. We all thought that Roxanne Perez was impossible without the help of the rest of Demolition. But it seems like that might just not be the case with this type of match. Cover, but a kick out at 2 still. Now hip toss by Valkyria. The more and more this match goes on, the more and more these two will become tired. The sledgehammer again in complete and utter usage tonight. Getting some distance. The spear to the outside. But Roxanne will capitalize. And Hurricane Rana. Cover. But a kick out. And now another hip toss. And Jesus Christ. Going for the cover after the shot with that kendo stick, but a kick out once again. What more has to happen? That could be it for her. Roxanne Perez showing her worth. Showing why she still holds the ECW Women's Championship. Very close bout. Lyra definitely showing that she definitely still deserves to be here. Just a matter of time before she gets her hands back on that championship. And look who's here to greet her. Maya Rogers, her opponent at WrestleMania Night 1. Coming down, of course, Roxanne refused to talk to her last week. Let's see what happens here. Very standoffish. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. Refusing to say words. Just trying to show that she means business. Thinking that they're going to fight, but they're really not. Walking away, walking to the officials, saying she doesn't want her here. Maya's going to start leaving for the front, but no. Roxanne Perez Gonna try to make her tap. Just keeping the submission locked in. Wanting Maya to suffer. Jesus Christ. Now going for it once again. Simply wanting Maya to feel the pain. Maya known for tapping people out, but look at this. What happens here? Trash can. Oh my god, oh my god, face first! Jesus Christ, Roxanne, no! Over and over and over again. Roxanne not stopping. Right there. Kick in. And now tripping her in. Don't go for the submission again. Do not go for the submission again. And that's exactly what she'll do. Saying that this might happen at WrestleMania. Kiss your dreams of becoming champion goodbye. Because this is what will be meeting you there. Jesus Christ. And here we go, your main event for tonight. Your Royal Rumble winner, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers.
Now this match, for the people that are not in the know, is a poetic one. This exact show, this exact show, this exact date last year, at One Night Stand, Jackson Rogers took on Kevin Owens for his right to challenge for the television championship against one Ethan King, and Jackson ended up becoming victorious, went on to WrestleMania to verse and win for that title. And that began their rivalry at the start of this year. Kevin Owens and Jackson Rogers, two of the best men, athletes, whatever you want to call it. But they're also two extreme rivals. Many superstars have been trying to get Jackson Rogers ready for the main event of Night 2. So as much as Kevin Owens despises Jackson Rogers, you can only imagine what Kevin is trying to do for Jackson in his own way. The prize fighter trying to beat some fight into Jackson Rogers.
From Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 200
The last time these two men fought, it was when Jackson Rogers won back his television championship from Kevin Owens, but they have not shared a ring since. It was in this exact same location last year where their rivalry technically kicked off. So will this be like the past? Will Jackson show Kevin that he's ready? Or will Jackson learn from defeat? Here we go, Jackson Rogers, Kevin Owens, a tale all his time. Our last main event till WrestleMania. Match now officially underway, and Kevin Owens striking early, belly-to-belly suplex. Now face first into the canvas. Trying to wear down Jackson, whatever the cost. But Jackson quickly up and slam back down with that clothesline. Now off the ropes, and the press. Little homage there to the Ultimate Warrior with that one. And banging his head into the canvas still. When we said that the prize fighter was going to put some fight into Jackson, we meant that in the most literal sense imaginable. But now Jackson tripping KO up, finally getting some kind of momentum. And now look at that! A swanton off the springboard, but unfortunately took the ref out as well. But Jackson having some fight now. Kick to the back. Kick to the spine, a KO. Jackson is ready. Hoisting him up. Power bomb position. And answering snake eyes to KO. As we knew only recently, KO became so close to capturing the Hardcore Championship from Drew McIntyre. Crossbody from Jackson. So he's bringing that momentum all in to try to help Jackson get ready for Adam Cole at WrestleMania. And now look at this, trying to get some kind of maneuvers down on either of them, but no men right now holding the needle to that. Drop kick will send Jackson to the outside. The count will indeed start. Jesus Christ. Kevin Owens not wasting any moment trying to do this, but Jackson able to slip away. But again, will still get thrown across the outside area. But Jackson now back up to his feet. They know that they need to get each other back into the ring, and that's exactly what Jackson will do. A man of respect. You hear some claps in the audience because they know that Jackson at most time is classy with that. KO just not letting that classiness get to Jackson's head. Jackson now power bomb position with KO. And now face first into the turnbuckle and the lights going out. What the hell? And the gold has come on. We know that that's Adam Cole. Adam Cole's music and Titantron just hit. Jackson too focused, but look behind him. Adam Cole right there. And answering, lost shot, but Jackson was able to counter and a drop kick. But look at that, Kevin Owens trying to capitalize, there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to victory, DDT. But you have to imagine that Jackson just got shaken by the appearance of his opponent at WrestleMania, Adam Cole. And I think it's because of that Jackson's looking to put it away right here, right now. One in the chamber. Cover on KO. And a kick out. Adam Cole playing mind games with Jackson Rogers. Kevin Owens saw that as a teachable moment. Didn't get in Adam Cole's way. Let it all happen organically. And I think the killer instinct in Jackson Rogers has just switched on. Try to hit that over lariat. KO now, DDT of his own. Now, Owens another DDT. Constant beating, bruising, whatever you want to call it at this point. They're all in the name of making Jackson ready. Swanton bomb attempt, but it did not catch. Jackson sending KO the outside and now top rope. What is Jackson thinking? And he gets that lariat shot. Jackson's killer instinct now on autopilot and overdrive. And I think that is what KO is trying to teach him. And now the headbutt into suplex combo. On the concrete floor. One in the chamber. Jackson, frog splash as well. Showing that he's willing to go to so many lengths to do what's necessary. But now KO back into the ring, and look at this. Almost catching him. Another one in the chamber. Cover from Jackson. And he gets the victory. What a match! If this doesn't prove that Jackson's ready for WrestleMania, I don't know what does. Even with the distraction, the mind games from ECW champion Adam Cole, Jackson flipping that switch in his brain, getting the outlaw of old. And all it took was a handful of one in the chambers, loading that gun, shooting his shot. The first one bruised. And right here, the setup, cocking the gun and shooting his second. This shot, the first one bruised, this one broke. And then with this frog splash, he loaded up his third and final shot. First one bruised, the second broke, and this one was the headshot.
Here is your winner, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers.
And with that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to One Night Stand. And we will see you at WrestleMania. I have been Scott Silver, and I will see you when I see you. Take care.